My name is Adrian, and I was there to fix their house, not stay long enough to notice patterns. The place sat quiet from the outside. Clean lines, fresh paint on the gate, nothing that hinted at how lived in it actually was. Inside was different. There were two rhythms in that house. You could feel it without seeing them. One slower, softer, lingering. The other precise, controlled, always just a step ahead of you. I noticed that before I noticed them.
You've been at that wall for 20 minutes.
Her voice comes from behind me. Not loud, not cautious either. Close enough that I don't need to turn fully to know she's already inside my space.
You need water.
I'm fine. I keep my focus on the wall, smoothing the edge, dragging the tool steady across the surface.
You're not.
She steps closer anyway. I see the glass before I look at her. Clear, a little condensation slipping down the side. Her fingers wrapped around it like she already decided I'd take it. I turn then. She's standing just within reach. Not leaning in. Not hanging back either. Exactly in that space where you can feel someone without touching them. You always this persistent?
Only when I'm right.
She holds the glass out, arm steady. No rush in the movement. No hesitation either. I take it. Her fingers don't pull away immediately. They stay for a second longer than necessary. Just enough to register the contact.
You work slow.
I work right. That lands. I can see it in the way her mouth shifts. Not a full smile. Something smaller, more deliberate.
Good answer.
She doesn't leave. That's the part that stands out. Most people hand you something and step back. Give you space. Reset the distance. She stays exactly where she is. Close enough that when I lift the glass, I'm aware of her watching. Not casually. Not politely.
How long you been doing this?
Long enough.
That doesn't answer anything.
It answers enough. Her eyes hold there, steady, measuring, like she's deciding whether to push further or let it sit. She lets it sit.
All right.
She steps past me then. Not wide, not careful. Close enough that her shoulder brushes mine on the way through. Not accidental. The contact is brief. Warm. Gone before it can be acknowledged out loud. But it stays. I finish this section of the wall slower than I need to. Not because of the work. Because I'm aware now. Upstairs, the second rhythm waits.
That door sticks.
Her voice is different. Sharper. Placed. I step into the hallway and see her already standing in the doorway. Arms crossed. Shoulders set against the frame like she owns the space around it. It's the frame shifting.
It didn't yesterday.
Houses move.
Then fix it.
No softness in it. No lingering question. Just expectation. I step closer to the door, testing the hinge, pressing the edge slightly. It catches exactly where I thought it would. She doesn't move. Not even a step back to give space. She watches.
You're not going to measure it?
I already did.
Without tools.
Don't need them for this. That earns something. Not a smile. Not approval. A pause.
All right.
But she still doesn't leave. I adjust the hinge, working the screw tighter, angling the frame just enough to clear the drag. When I push the door again, it swings clean. Fixed.
For now.
She uncrosses her arms slowly, stepping half a pace closer. Just enough to check it herself. Her hand brushes the edge of the door. Then her eyes shift to me.
You don't rush.
No.
Good.
The word sits different coming from her. Not approval. Assessment.
You're keeping him busy up here.
Clara's voice carries up the stairs before she appears. Then she's there, stepping into the hallway, stopping just short of where Evelyn stands.
I'm giving him work.
Looks like more than that.
I've got enough already. Neither of them answers me. They don't look at each other directly, but something passes between them anyway.
You don't mind, do you?
Not if it needs fixing.
It does.
Everything does, apparently.
The space tightens, not physically. Something else. Clara steps in further, moving past Evelyn this time. Her hand lands briefly on my shoulder as she passes. Lighter than before, but just as deliberate.
Don't let her overwork you.
He can handle himself.
I can. That settles something. Not between them. Between all three of us. Neither of them moves away. And for the first time since I walked into that house, it doesn't feel like I'm the only one working. By the third day, the house doesn't feel neutral anymore. It holds attention now. In the walls. In the way footsteps don't pass without being noticed. I'm back in the kitchen. Same section Clara lingered in before. The light is softer today. Late afternoon pushing through the window, catching the edge of the counter where I'm working.
You didn't drink the water I brought yesterday.
Her voice is closer than it should be for someone just walking in. I did.
Not all of it.
I don't turn right away. I finish the line I'm cutting first. Set the tool down. Then I look at her. She's standing in the same kind of distance as before. Not touching, not far. You keeping track now?
I notice things.
So do I. That holds her there for a second. Then she steps closer. Not casual. Not disguised. Direct.
What do you notice?
The question isn't light. It lands steady between us. I pick up the glass sitting on the counter. Empty now. Turning it once in my hand before setting it back down. That you don't leave when you should. Her mouth shifts. Not surprised.
Maybe I don't want to.
She reaches past me for something that doesn't require reaching. Her arm brushes mine fully this time. Not a passing contact. It stays for a second. Warm. Intentional.
You don't like being taken care of?
Depends who's doing it. That brings her closer. Close enough now that I can feel the heat off her without needing contact.
And?
Her fingers find my wrist. Not light. Not hesitant. Just there. I don't pull back. I haven't decided yet. That earns a quiet breath from her. Barely there. But it changes the space.
You take your time with everything.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Her thumb presses once against my wrist before she lets go. Slow. Like she's making sure I feel the absence of it.
Don't take too long.
She steps back then, but not far. Just enough to reset the space without breaking it. Upstairs.
You missed something.
Her voice pulls me up before I finish cleaning up the tools. When I get there, she's already inside the room, standing near the cabinet I worked on yesterday. What?
The hinge.
It's fine.
Check again.
I step in, moving past her toward the cabinet. It's exactly where I left it. Solid. Clean. I reach for it anyway. Before I can adjust it, she steps in behind me, closer than Clara was. Not brushing, pressing.
You rush.
I don't. Her hand comes over mine on the tool. Firm grip. Controlled pressure. She adjusts the angle slightly, not because it needs it, because she wants to.
Like that.
Her voice is lower now, closer to my ear than before. I don't move away. It was already like that.
Now it's right.
Her hand doesn't leave immediately. It stays over mine, steady, grounding. Then slowly, it slides off. Not quick, deliberate.
You've been up here a while.
Clara's voice cuts in again, closer than expected. I turn slightly. She's in the doorway, watching.
He's working.
Looks like more than that.
Neither of them shifts. Not back. Not forward. You both always this involved.
Only when it's interesting.
Or necessary.
And this is which one. Clara steps in first this time, not stopping at the doorway.
That depends.
She moves to my side, not touching yet, but close enough that it feels like it could happen at any second.
On him.
Then I'll decide. That lands between them, not as a challenge, as something solid.
You already are.
He just doesn't say it.
I look between them. Neither of them looks away. The space closes again, not forced. Chosen. No one leaves. No one breaks it. And for the first time, it doesn't feel like they're testing anything anymore. It feels like they're waiting. By the fourth day, the house feels smaller. Not physically, but every room leads somewhere that isn't just work anymore. I start in the hallway. Same section I left unfinished on purpose. Tools laid out. Lines marked. Enough to justify being there.
You're avoiding the kitchen today.
Her voice comes from behind me again, but this time it doesn't catch me off guard. I'm finishing this first.
You've been finishing this for a while.
I drag the tool across the surface, steady, controlled. Takes time.
Or you're choosing something else.
I set the tool down. Turn. She's already close. Closer than before. No distance left that could pass as accidental. You always read into things like that?
Only when it's obvious.
She steps in the last inch. No space now. The air between us is warm. Shared, not separate.
You notice things.
I do.
Then don't pretend you don't notice me.
Her hand comes up, slow enough to stop if I move. I don't. Her palm rests flat against my chest. Not light. Steady pressure. Warm. I stay where I am. I'm not pretending. That changes the way she looks at me. Not softer. Clearer.
Good.
Her fingers shift slightly. Not moving away, just settling. Like she's confirming something already decided. Then,
You didn't finish upstairs.
her voice cuts in clean. Clara doesn't step back immediately. Neither do I. The moment holds for a second longer than it should.
He's working.
Not on this floor.
Clara's hand slides off slowly. Not quick. Measured.
Go.
I pick up my tools without rushing. Walk past her. Close enough that our shoulders brush again. This time neither of us ignores it. Upstairs. Evelyn is already inside the room. Same position as before. Doorway claimed.
You left this.
I was coming back to it.
No.
I step into the room. I was.
You get distracted.
Her tone doesn't rise. It narrows. Not easily. I move toward the cabinet. Reach for the hinge. Before I can adjust it, she steps in. Closer than before. No hesitation now.
You are right now.
Her hand finds my arm. Not guiding. Holding. Fingers pressing just enough to stop the movement. I don't pull away. Doesn't feel like distraction. That lands. Her grip tightens slightly. Not aggressive. Confirming.
What does it feel like?
I turn just enough to face her. Close. Close enough that neither of us needs to step forward. Like you're not asking. That earns a small shift in her expression.
I'm not.
Her hand slides from my arm to my wrist. Same place Clara touched earlier. Different pressure. Firmer. More controlled. She doesn't let go. I don't move.
I think he likes attention.
Clara's voice again. This time she doesn't wait in the hallway. She steps into the room. Stops just behind me. Close enough that I can feel her presence without seeing her.
I think he chooses it.
I do. That shifts everything. Clara moves to my side. Not hesitant. Not asking.
Then don't stand there like you don't know what's happening.
Evelyn doesn't release my wrist. Clara doesn't step back. The space tightens. Not crowded. Focused.
Say it.
You both already know. Silence. Not empty. Heavy.
I want to hear it anyway.
I look at her. Then at Evelyn. Neither looks away. I'm not here for the house anymore. That land's clean.
No.
You're not.
Evelyn's hand finally loosens, but doesn't leave completely. Clara steps half an inch closer. Not touching yet, but close enough that it doesn't matter. No one moves. No one breaks it. And for the first time, it's not building towards something unclear. It's building towards something neither of them is stopping. By the last day, the house is finished. Tools packed into corners. Surfaces clean. Nothing left that needs fixing, except the part no one has said out loud. I'm in the final room when the door opens.
You're almost done.
Her voice comes first, then her. She leans against the door frame, shoulder resting into it, arms loose, like she's not in a hurry to move anywhere else.
Or maybe just getting started.
Evelyn steps in behind her, not stopping at the doorway, not hesitating. She walks into the room like she already decided where this ends. Something else break?
No.
Nothing's broken.
The door stays open behind them, but neither of them looks back at it. Clara stays where she is, holding that space. Evelyn closes the distance. Slow. Measured. Each step placed, not rushed. I don't move.
We made a bet.
About what? She stops just inside my reach. Not touching yet.
About you.
Clara's voice carries from behind her. Steady. Watching everything.
Which one of us you've been looking at more?
Silence settles. Not awkward. Waited. I look at Evelyn first. Then Clara. Neither of them looks away. You really want that answer?
We didn't ask for nothing.
But that's not the real question.
She steps closer. The last bit of space disappears. I can feel the heat from her now. Steady. Present.
The real question is.
Her hand lifts. Slow. Controlled. It settles against my chest. Firm. Not testing.
Why you didn't stop either of us?
Behind her, Clara shifts. Not away. Closer. I feel her presence at my back now. Not touching yet. But close enough that the space is gone on both sides. You didn't want me to.
No.
We didn't.
Clara's hand comes next. Light at first. Resting against my arm. Then settling. Holding. Not pulling. Not asking. Just there.
You watched both of us.
Yeah.
Didn't look away.
No. That lands heavier than anything before. Evelyn's fingers press slightly into my chest. Not force. Just presence.
So don't answer the wrong question.
Clara's hand shifts, sliding slightly along my arm. Slower this time.
Answer the right one.
The room feels smaller than ever. Not tight. Focused. Every movement matters now. You want to know what I was looking at? Neither of them interrupts. Neither of them steps back. Evelyn stays in front of me. Clara stays behind, just off to the side. I was looking at both of you. That doesn't break anything. It shifts it.
I figured.
Of course you were.
Evelyn's hand doesn't leave. It moves. Slightly. Not away, across. Slow enough to feel every inch of it. Clara steps closer at the same time. Her shoulder brushes mine again, this time staying there.
Then don't stand there like you're choosing.
I'm not. That lands between all three of us. Solid. Final.
Good.
Better.
The distance is gone now. Completely. No space left to step into. No reason to. No one moves away. No one breaks it. And the room, the house, everything that led here, settles into one still moment where nothing is uncertain anymore. Just before anything else can happen, everything already has. The room doesn't reset after that moment. It holds, like everything that just happened is still in the air, settling slowly instead of disappearing.
You didn't answer.
Her voice comes from close, not behind me this time. Beside me. I didn't need to. I don't step away. Neither do they.
That's not how this works.
Her tone is quieter now, not sharp, measured.
Maybe it is.
Clara turns slightly toward her, not leaving her position near me.
Maybe he doesn't choose like that.
Evelyn watches her for a second, then looks back at me.
Do you?
The question sits clean. No pressure behind it. Just expectation. No, that lands without resistance.
See.
That complicates things.
Only if you make it complicated. Clara shifts closer, not rushing it. Her hand comes back to my arm, not testing anymore. Familiar.
Or maybe it makes things honest.
Evelyn exhales slowly, controlled.
Honest doesn't mean simple.
Nothing here was simple. That settles something between them, not agreement. Recognition. Evelyn steps closer again, not to take space back, to share it.
Then say it clearly.
Her hand returns, this time not to my chest, to my wrist again. Same place as before, same controlled pressure.
What do you want?
Clara doesn't interrupt. She stays close, her hand still resting along my arm. Thumb moving slightly now without thinking. Small movement, not accidental. I'm not here to pretend I didn't see both of you. Evelyn's grip tightens, just slightly, not stopping me, holding the moment in place. And I'm not here to act like that means I have to pick one. Clara's breath shifts, quiet, but it carries.
You don't hesitate when you say that.
No,
You should.
I don't. That lands heavier than before, because now there's no distance left to soften it. Evelyn studies me, longer this time, not testing, deciding.
That kind of answer changes things.
It already has. Clara steps closer again. This time her shoulder presses fully against mine. Not brief, staying there.
It doesn't scare me.
It should.
Does it scare you?
That question hangs between them. Evelyn doesn't answer immediately. Her hand doesn't leave my wrist either.
No.
Quiet, certain. That shifts everything again. Then don't act like it's a problem. Silence follows. Not empty, full.
So what happens now?
She's not asking lightly, not testing anymore, asking for something real. Evelyn looks at her, then back at me.
He answers that.
I don't move. Don't step forward. Don't step back. I leave when the job's done. That lands differently than anything else.
That's it?
That's the job.
And this?
Her voice is lower now. Not sharp, focused. That depends on you. Clara's hand tightens slightly on my arm.
You're putting that on us.
It was never just me. That settles the weight where it belongs. Not one-sided. Not accidental.
We don't do temporary.
Clara turns her head slightly toward her.
Speak for yourself.
That creates a fracture. Small, but real. Evelyn looks at her again, longer this time.
You think this stays casual?
I think it stays honest.
Silence again, thicker now, carrying something neither of them ignores. I don't interrupt it. Don't step in to resolve it. Just stay where I am. Between them, part of it, not outside it.
He's not wrong.
No.
That's quieter than before. Not resistance, acceptance, or something close to it. No one moves away. No one breaks the space. But for the first time, it's not just about what's happening between us. It's about what happens after. The house is quiet again. Not the same quiet as before. This one sits heavier. Tools are packed. Surface is finished. Nothing left that needs my hands. I move through the hallway slower than I did any other day. Not because there's more to do. Because there isn't.
You're really done.
Her voice comes from the kitchen this time. I step in and see her leaning against the counter. Same place she stood the first day. Yeah.
You work fast when you want to.
I work when it's time. She watches me for a second. Not smiling. Not teasing.
And now it's time to leave.
That's how it works. She pushes off the counter slowly. Walks closer. Not stopping halfway anymore.
That's not what I'm asking.
I know. She stops in front of me. Close enough that the space disappears again.
Then answer it anyway.
Before I can respond,
He already did.
her voice cuts in from behind. I don't turn immediately. Clara does.
You always do that.
Someone has to.
I turn then. Evelyn stands at the edge of the room. Not in the doorway this time. Inside. Part of it.
He leaves when the job is done.
That's not the whole answer.
It's the honest one.
Clara exhales, sharper than before.
Honest doesn't mean complete.
It means enough.
Depends what you're asking for. That pulls both of their attention back to me. Evelyn steps closer. Not slow this time. Direct.
I'm asking if you walk out that door and don't look back.
Clara doesn't move away either. She stays where she is, close.
And I'm asking if that's all this was to you.
The space tightens again. Not from closeness. From what's sitting between us. I said what it was.
You said what you'd do.
Same thing.
No.
She steps closer again. Now standing just off to my side.
Those are two different things.
Clara nods once.
Exactly.
They're not pulling against each other now. They're aligned. And that shifts the pressure. It's not divided anymore. It's focused.
You don't hesitate when you talk about leaving.
No.
That's the problem.
Or it's the point. That lands harder than I expect. Clara's hand comes up, not resting this time, gripping lightly at my arm.
You don't get to act like this meant something.
She stops herself, not finishing the sentence. Evelyn watches her.
Say it.
I am.
She looks back at me.
You don't get to stand here, be this, present in it,
Her grip tightens slightly.
and then walk out like it doesn't follow you.
Silence. Not empty. Heavy.
She's right.
That comes quieter. Not sharp. Solid.
This doesn't stay in this house.
It doesn't have to. That shifts it again. Both of them catch it.
Then say that clearly.
Don't leave it open.
I don't step back. Don't break the space. I leave because the job's done. Clara's grip doesn't loosen. Not because this doesn't matter. That lands. Different this time.
Then what happens next?
Evelyn watches me closely.
Because there is a next.
That's not a question. It's a statement, and it carries weight. That depends on what you want it to be. Clara exhales slowly.
You keep doing that.
What?
Putting it back on us.
It was never just me. That settles again. Same as before, but heavier now. Because there's something real at risk.
We don't move like this without knowing where it goes.
I don't need to know everything.
I do.
That creates the fracture again. Clearer this time. Clara doesn't step away. Evelyn doesn't either. But they're not standing the same anymore. And that matters.
So what, you want him to walk away because it's not perfectly defined?
I want to know it's not temporary.
Nothing is permanent.
That's not the point.
Silence again. Thicker than before. Carrying something unresolved. I don't interrupt it. Don't smooth it out. Let it sit. Because this is the first moment where it's not clear how it ends. And neither of them hides from that. Neither of them steps back. But for the first time, it's not certain who moves next. The morning light leaks through the blinds. Not harsh. Not accusing. Just enough to see everything clearly. The house smells faintly of polish, coffee, and last night's presents. I stand in the hallway, tools gone, room settled. Not empty. Full.
You're really here.
Her voice comes soft from the kitchen doorway. She leans lightly on the frame. Familiar, deliberate. I didn't leave. Evelyn steps in beside her.
You could have.
Her tone carries no accusation. Just observation. I didn't want to. Clara shifts closer, shoulder brushing mine. Warm. Anchoring.
That's different.
Different isn't bad. Evelyn's hand rests lightly on the counter. Close enough, I feel the warmth radiate across the small distance.
Then what happens now?
That question hangs. Not heavy. Not threatening. Measured. Whatever you decide. Clara lifts her hand, brushing it along my arm. Slow. Intimate. Deliberate.
And if we decide together?
Then we do. Evelyn steps forward. Not hesitating. Not shy. Close enough that our bodies almost touch. Almost. Intentional.
Together, then.
I don't move. Don't speak. Just stay there. Holding both presences in place. Clara's fingers press slightly into my arm. Gentle. Confirming. Not demanding.
Feels right.
It does. Evelyn leans in. Close enough that her breath brushes mine. Neither of them pulls back. Neither of them doubts.
I want that to be clear.
Clear as it needs to be. The air in the room hums. Not loud. Not forced. Just full of everything that's been building. The weight of proximity. The warmth of skin. The soft brush of fingertips. Clara moves closer still, resting her head just against my shoulder. Careful. Intentional.
You're not leaving again.
Not now. Evelyn closes the last inch, just behind my other side, hand brushing lightly along my back.
Then we're done pretending.
I breathe it in. Not one is holding back. The tension from yesterday, the stakes, the complications, settled, not gone. Refined. Focused. Done pretending isn't the same as being careless.
We don't want careless.
Just honest.
That lands heavier than any previous words. Clara tilts her head, tracing a finger along my arm. Light, lingering, claiming. Evelyn leans in slightly, hand pressing closer. Warm, deliberate, secure. The moment stretches. Not rushed. Not frantic. Just held. Honest. That's what it is. Silence follows. Not awkward. Thick with presence. Clara lets her hand linger. Evelyn holds her place. I stay centered.
So, this is it?
This is it. Evelyn nods softly. Close enough I can feel her breath, her warmth.
Yes. This is it.
The space tightens. Not from conflict. Not from tension. From certainty. Each movement carries intention. Every brush of skin, every glance, every pause has weight. Not just physical. Emotional. Real. Earned. Clara shifts slightly, brushing against me in a way that's no longer teasing.
And we don't look back.
Only to see what's right in front of us. Evelyn's hand presses lightly to my chest. Steady, deliberate, final.
Then we move forward.
I don't speak. Don't need to. My presence says it. Clara rests her head again. Evelyn closes the last inch. The three of us finally align. Not uncertain. Not testing. Full. The room hums quietly. The house holding this moment as if it was always waiting. Together, then.
Together.
Together.
We stay like that a moment longer. Just breathing. Just present. Not hurried. Not fleeting. Everything earned. Everything real. And when we finally move, it's with full clarity. Each step deliberate. Each gesture intentional. The house may be empty of tools and work now, but it's full of this. Of us. Everything else fades. The last image. 3 figures, aligned, warm, deliberate, and completely present, lingers. And that's what stays.